Welcome. I'm glad you're here. I have some exciting things to show to you today. I have one brand new fabric for mayfieldfabric.com, and I was hoping that this would be in my first order, but it wasn't. I think it must have sold out. And so I have it now, and it's absolutely beautiful. This fabric is 65% Tencel and 35% cotton, and it's gorgeous. So, like most of the fabrics that I have ordered, this one is in an indigo colorway. And this, it's gorgeous, you guys. It has the indigo and white weave of a chambray, but it has that smooth silkiness of a Tencel. And so it's beautiful. I cannot wait to sew with this. It's lightweight, but it is by no means sheer. I think that I would wear wide-legged pants made out of this without worrying at all. In fact, now that I'm looking at it, I think the inside is just as pretty as the outside. So whatever, color you liked best. And this fabric is 57 inches wide. So I'm really excited about this one. So what would I sew out of this fabric? What wouldn't I sew? One of the things I was thinking about as soon as I got this is how much I love to wear denim shirts in the fall and winter. I will put on a denim or a chambray shirt underneath, like a heavyweight Breton stripe sailor shirt, or with a boat neck collar. I will wear them with any kind of skirt and a tan belt on the outside. I mean, they're so useful. But in the part of Colorado that I live in, it's too hot to wear a denim shirt during the summer. I mean, I'm sitting here in my own house kind of sweating. And so my denim shirts all go away unless I'm going to be outside in the evening or we are visiting the mountains, in which case you can wear them all the time. That's a very long-winded way of saying, how beautiful would that be in a classic button-down, two-pocket silhouette, light enough for summer, 65 Tencel, 35 cotton. You would wear that for years. It would never go out of style, and it would be so comfortable. So what else would I sew out of that? Well, here's the infamous skirt pattern that I struggled with and fought over, but I still think it's beautiful. And I also like the top. I think this top would be gorgeous in that Tencel. And if I wasn't so dead set on making this top in white, I might actually make it in Tencel. And I mean, I could make one in Tencel as well. This is Simplicity 1166, and there are the line drawings. That would be ideal in this fabric. What else? Any of these pants. This is Simplicity 1165. I've made this view. This is a quick and easy make, and I love these kind of pants because you can dress them up like she has here with these super high heels. I probably wouldn't wear heels that high because I'd fall down and kill myself. But I certainly have my version of high heels. And then you can also wear them with little canvas shoes or whatever sandals you like. There's the line drawings for that one. All of these views would be ideal in that Tencel. So that's the only brand new fabric I have to show you today. The rest of them are vintage, and I'm saving the very best of the vintage for last. I'm going to start off with this adorable yellow Swiss dot. Is this not the epitome of summer, you guys? Look how sweet this fabric is. Look at it. Oh, by the way, excuse this. I have tennis elbow and it hurts so much. And so this is something that I have on there in an attempt to help alleviate some of the pain. I don't know that it's doing that. I just realized that the Swiss dot is on both sides of this fabric. I think that this is the front because I think the dots are a little higher. But There's the back and the front. And this fabric is 45 inches wide, and there's nearly 3.5 yards of this. So what would I do with this? Well, this has somewhat of a crisp hand, so it isn't super drapey. And so I think a classic shirt pattern would be perfect, just over a little white tank top, any of these views. This is an old McCall's pattern. I don't even know if it's still in print, but it's 2094. And I think any button-down shirt pattern that you have, if you have a tried and true, how adorable would it be in this? And every single one of these views would be so cute in this. Actually, I would sew any of these out of the Tencel as well. So there's that one. And then this sweet pattern has an overlay. This is Simplicity 1693, and I was thinking about this pattern right here, this view right here, because it has the little overlay. Well, you just make the shirt and it's sheer, and then you wear it over something. It is an overlay. It doesn't have an overlay. This pattern doesn't come with a little camisole or anything, but this is just to give you an idea of the kinds of things that I would do with this shirt. I mean, when it comes down to it, that laundry day tee that blouse that I made that I love so much, if I were to do French seams on that, that would be ideal in this, over a little white tank top. So cute. Now, this next fabric, this is a very lightweight, 100% polyester crepe. It's silky and shiny, but it does still have a very mild kind of a crepe weave to it. This is the front right here. And the colors are very rich. This is a beautiful chartreuse, and it has peach, a true peach, and beautiful pinks to regular, you know, like medium pink and light pink. And then it's got this kind of olivey detail throughout it. It's just beautiful. So we have, this is 44 inches wide, and we have just under 1.75 yards. And did I say how much we had of the yellow? Nearly 3.5 yards, 45 inches wide. This is just under 1.75 yards, and it's 44 inches wide. So what would I sew with this? This pattern occurred to me immediately. Any of these, all of these would be beautiful. This is Simplicity 1667, not the pants. That would be weird and way too thin, but there's the line drawings on those. Any kind of flowy top that you have would be ideal for this fabric. Another pattern that I think would work for this fabric, view. So I'm thinking the top, the jacket, and the scarf for this fabric. So this little t-shirt top, this little jacket, because it's flowy, and then this scarf, not the belt. All of these would be great in this fabric because they're flowy and light. So our next fabric is not light. It's beautiful. I, just like the Swiss dot, whenever I'm at an estate sale or a garage sale, I really keep my eye out for flocked fabrics. You just don't see beautiful flocked fabrics like this in the fabric store much anymore. I mean, this is exquisite. The little bouquets are absolutely beautiful. The flocking is gorgeous. It's soft. It's just gorgeous. And this is a medium to almost heavyweight crepe with it is not super drapey. It's light, but it's not super drapey. And it's a mid-weight crepe. I don't know if you can see. I was going to show you a selvage. To kind of get a feel for this. You could make a pencil skirt out of this. It's got that much body to it. So what did I pick out for this? Primarily, I have this shift dress in mind. I think this fabric would be ideal for any kind of shift dress. The Ultimate Shift Dress by So Over It would be ideal. And Lisa Comfort is always, when she has a fabric that's just absolutely fantastic, she wants the fabric to shine, a lot of the time she'll go straight for a shift dress. And I think that that would be ideal for this, because that way everybody can really see just how beautiful it is. And so that's one pattern that I picked out. That's $12.84. There's the line drawings. And then a skirt with some more body, like this one, $13.69. Any of these views would be perfect. Oh, speaking of which, view B here, that has an overlay. So that would be ideal for this one. It would be, oh my gosh, it would be so stinking cute in this skirt right here. So this one would work for any of these skirts, except for the overlay one, because it's not see-through. It's not sheer at all. And then the last fabric that I have to share with you today, when I saw it, I could tell from a distance that the color was exquisite. But when I got up and touched it, I knew that I had some silk. And, oh my gosh, you guys, there's a reason why we equate silk with luxury. Not only is it expensive, but it feels so luxurious. It's kind of indescribable. Every girl should have some silk in her life. And this girl, considered keeping this. I really did. But, you know, I'm a school teacher. I don't dry clean. I just, you know, I prefer to sleep in t-shirts and in the winter, flannel pajamas, and in the summer, like light cotton pajama pants or capris. I just couldn't think of a way where I could allow this silk to really, really shine. And it's so beautiful. I wanted to make it available to someone who had some kind of special occasion coming up, or someone who wanted to treat themselves to a fantastic pair of pajamas. Now let me show you the selvage. You can see there, it says pure silk right there on the selvage. This is not sheer. Let me get you one layer. It's not sheer at all. I think I'm showing you the wrong side. This is the right side. And it's just one of the most beautiful fabrics I've ever had the pleasure of touching. I mean, just to photograph it was a pleasure. Just holding it right here is a pleasure. The feel of it against your skin, and it's cool. It's very cool to the touch, like rayon. The sheen is unparalleled. You know, that's one of the hallmarks of silk. It can make these incredibly beautiful fabrics. This Tencel, by the way, has a lovely sheen. Lovely. There's something about the sheen from natural fibers that is so much more elegant and sophisticated than the sheen that you get from synthetic fibers. This is my opinion. Not only are they more comfortable to wear, but I feel like in general, they tend to look more sophisticated and more elegant. So what would I make with this fabulous fabric? Oh, and let me tell you how much there is. This silk is 36 inches wide, and there's almost 5.5 yards of it. So there is a good bit of silk. And as you know, so far I have decided not to cut any of my vintage fabrics or sustainable. I don't know if this is true vintage. There's nothing about it that tells me specifically that it is or that it isn't. It would be kind of hard for someone to date a pure silk Asian fabric. I should have shown this to my son to see if he could read some of that and see. I'm kind of assuming it's from China, but I don't know. So my son's been to China 3 or 4 times and learned how to speak enough Chinese to get around and read enough Chinese to get around. And so when you're looking at a classic Asian style silk like this kind of pattern has been around for thousands of years. I mean, this is timeless. So I don't know, there's nothing that would tell me, oh, this is from the 60s, this is from the 70s, this is from the 90s, because it's timeless. I mean, this would have been beautiful 50 years ago, 100 years ago. It's beautiful right now. So what would I make with this? How about a luxurious half slip or 2 or 3? And if you see this suddenly disappear from the shop, maybe I decided to make myself some half slips because, oh, how nice that would be. It wouldn't work for this pattern. This pattern is not for a woven. This pattern is for a tricot. So don't go buy this pattern. This is Quick Sew 1067, and this is a vintage pattern, and it is for nylon tricot. That's that. You young girls probably don't even know what that is. It's this kind of real shiny, slippery fabric that when I was young, all of the panties were made out of it and all of the nightgowns were made out of it. And I don't know that we really do a whole lot in tricot anymore. I don't know. But anyway, but a half slip would be gorgeous. And another thing, how about a luxurious blouse? This is from, what was the name of that magazine? Oh, My Image. I think it's called My Image magazine. I subscribed to it for a little while. I didn't really like their patterns. Everything in that magazine looked oversized and sloppy, and the fabric was outrageous. It was way too much color, way too much pattern, way too much craziness, just completely not my style. There was no place for my eyes to go. I've never even considered sewing anything from that magazine because their layouts just didn't appeal to me. And I thought all of the models looked sloppy, their clothes were too big, blah, blah, blah. But this would be a perfect example of the kind of flowy blouse that would be ideal in this silk. What about Sew Over It's Anderson blouse or a pussy bow blouse? Sew Over It makes a quintessential pussy bow blouse. Lots and lots of patterns make a pussy bow blouse. Even this one, something like this that you're going to tie up, that would be luxurious in that fabric. So that is what I have to show you today. I hope that you like these. All of these will be available in the store. The Tencel might be a little bit behind. I already have the vintage fabrics loaded. They are up in the store and ready to go. The Tencel, my husband is out of town, and I'm not 100% sure on exactly how we do the new fabrics because we have to put those in as available by the yard. So that one, if you visit the website and the Tencel isn't up yet, you can just shoot me an email. I think we have our email right there on the website, and tell me how much you want, or we'll get it up soon for you. But I hope things are going well for you. We're having a nice gray day here in Colorado. There's been some rain around town. We have had a few drops of rain twice so far today, but it hasn't settled in for a nice storm. I hope it does soon. And I hope that all of you are enjoying your summer and getting some sewing done And I so appreciate you stopping by and hanging out with me. And I so appreciate and so on from Canada for giving me a shout out in her last video. She's one of my favorite YouTubers. She seems so sweet and so kind, and she makes the most beautiful things, and she hasn't been sewing for very long. And so I truly appreciate that. It's so much fun getting to know so many women from all over the world. I really feel lucky to be part of the YouTube community. You guys have a great day, and I will talk to you soon.